Well, I suppose I'm technically the MC, although really I don't have a part to play here because you guys are going to be asking all the questions. So, you know, just fire them at these experts here and sit back and relax, buckle yourselves in and enjoy. And just while we get warmed up, Bob's going to do one of his impersonations for us. So I'll do my my Murray Deaker impersonation, which I know is very hard for you to believe, but just because visually I look nothing like him. But so Bob, he's going to be Kimi Räikkönen from winning the Spanish Spa Grand Prix last week. So Kimi, what was it like last week?
Well, I think we had a very good race, but it was very, very calm for everybody. I'm glad I won the race, but I'm so excited I just cannot stop wetting myself under
Bob,
here.
That is brilliant.
Bob, you're not holding
Hold on, everyone close their eyes.
And then Kimi gets a bit animated. He starts going like this and going wiping here and getting a towel and moving the microphone and goes like this. And then he says, I'm really, really pleased today because I'm very, very happy and I think I'm not driving for Ferrari next year, but I can't believe it. Then he sort of tails off and goes home.
We've got two of the fastest racing drivers New Zealand's ever produced up here. Two of the circuits in the world that you need to be at the bravest as well as the most skilled to do well on. Greg, how many Bathursts now? 4?
Have I won?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be 5 next month.
Yep, there's going to be 5 next month. Now, I don't know how many here have been to Bathurst. The first time I went to Bathurst, people said to me, you will not believe how steep it is, because on television you don't really get a good impression of it. And so the first year I went, guess what? I could not believe how steep it is. So Bathurst, really, it's a man's circuit. And first year I went, Greg won. In fact, every time I've been, Greg wins. So quite honestly, Greg, I think
how many times have you been?
3.
Been there for 3.
I think you need to buy me a ticket for next month.
You better come over this year. But you're right. It's one of those circuits that and first time I went there was 1994. I turned up there, and you have a preconceived sort of idea of these things. You know, I sat in front of the TV. I think probably 10 years straight before that. That's first or second weekend of October, and you know, you think you know something just by watching it on TV, but as Michael just said, you arrive at this place and you know you're in awe of how different it looks on television versus in the flesh. And I think it's 800 feet from pit lane to the top is the elevation change, so it is substantial height differentiation, and one of the most spectacular things is to go to the top of the mountain, go up to skyline on the circuit, and stand there at the wall and look down to the pit lane, and it is a spectacular view. So the first time I got there, I couldn't believe that Bathurst was you know, so steep, and in a race car, you know, you don't feel it as much as what you do when you're walking around the circuit, but it's a phenomenal piece of road, and anyone that goes there, as you say, is completely blown away by the difference from the television. It's spectacular.
I think sportsmen have to concentrate whatever they're doing. If you're playing rugby or soccer, it's estimated that you concentrate for about, maximum concentration I'm talking about 4 to 5 minutes of the game. That's all. A racing driver has to concentrate for 100%.
At the World Cup, the All Blacks don't concentrate that much either. Yeah. Shouldn't say that. That's terrible. That's really not good.
A race driver has to concentrate 100% the entire time. That's for an hour and a half he's racing, or 2 hours or whatever. Otherwise you're in the wall. You're not just missing a ball. Do you get actually a chance to relax when you're going down the old Conrod Straight? Do you actually lack concentration slightly, or are you able to back off mentally?
Well, usually when you lack, you know when someone has lapsed in concentration because they're not on the circuit any longer. But
how many times you fallen off there?
Oh, not too many. But Bathurst is certainly is mentally it is the most demanding racetrack that you drive on. I mean, it demands so much respect. Because of the high average speed and the speed of some of the corners around there, you do have to concentrate. But, I mean, obviously having been there a few times, you do tend to be able to, relax coming down Conrod sometimes. I mean, it's you know, we're doing 295 odd kilometres an hour coming down there, but, you know, physically it's not the most demanding circuit, but mentally, without a doubt, it's the most demanding race.
And in terms of bravery and skill on the Formula One calendar, Chris, in your day, some of the great old circuits, the Nürburgring, Spa, and of course Spa is still a fantastic circuit, and one has to be incredibly skilled to win there, but it was twice the circuit, in fact, when you were there, and you hold the lap record of all time on the old track.
Yes, it's never been used again since then, so I'll keep that one.
Right, who's going to be the person to ask the first question? Because that's what we're here for. This is your show. So, yeah, there's a first question down here.